Hello mares, welcome back. This is Blocks and we're going to kick off this episode with a handy little Contest of Mares tip, and then I'm going to talk about why I'm super salty about the Contest of Mares. So welcome back to another episode of Blocks Plays Build It. And I was live streaming yesterday, and one of the things that came up was Contest of Mares assignments. And I was just sharing a little tip that I've used for quite a while, is to have a stack of burgers here sort of pre-sold to Daniel's City. So on sort of Monday, Tuesday, you queue them up, Daniel buys them, and then if you get a Simoleon's task to kick off, or during the contest, you can just complete it straight away. Let's have a look and see if we've got one. Typically we don't, unfortunately, but never mind. They come in, I think, around 12, 16, 17 and 18,000 simoleons to earn those. So of course if you've got one of those, you would just tap on it, you hit start, you hit go on the tick, you go straight over to your Global Trade HQ, you tap on one of these boxes here that Daniel's bought, and then you'd go straight back to your Contest HQ and you'll have done a task, done an assignment before you're basically into the game. So that's a handy little tip. Look out for those opportunities. But we're going to talk about why I'm so salty about the last Contest of Mares. We're not going to be able to see the result here because the new one has started, and it's Wednesday I'm recording this on. But I finished the last one in 21st place. And it's 20 for the promotion. I was in City League trying to get to Metropolis, and I had like 10 minutes left. Had started cycled a task because I couldn't get enough Plumbog points, and the guy or girl above me had like 31,020, and I was on 30,008. No, hang on, not 85. 30,800. It was 185 points difference. So it's like 30,835. So yeah, it was 185 points between 21st and 20th. So if I complete like any assignment, I'm golden. I'm in the money. I'm gonna get promoted, and it's all gonna be good and wonderful. But of course, I didn't make it in time, so I got stuck in 21st place. I used a couple of golden tickets for the first time as well, so that was really gutting. So I was like, yeah, 21st place, 20 promote. There is, what, 2 weeks left of the season, so I'm down to my last chance now. I've got to get promoted to Metropolis in week 7, and then Megalopolis in week 8, otherwise I won't get the 2 remaining casinos. So it's going to be tight, let's go ahead and do a couple of things while I talk about stuff in my city. Oh, actually, I wonder if we can do repair zones or something. We'll get a contest task kicked off. I'm also wondering, I'd love to hear your feedback on kind of how the microphone and how the voice and stuff is today, because I have moved around my little sort of shed I've been converting in the garden, turning it into kind of a little gaming shed space I can sort of record in, and I've moved stuff around internally. So I've got like a piece of wood in here as a desk and things like that, and I've moved the microphone around, so you might get, well, hopefully you'll get kind of less echo. Before I felt kind of the sound was sort of bouncing off a little bit, so fingers crossed this setup will be better. So love to hear what you think of that and whether it's making a difference. Fingers crossed it's helping. Let's bulldoze one of those, put down another Omega Zone. We can kick our contest off to a good start. Oh, we can't actually do that one. Alright, well, let's bulldoze this one, make a space. And something else I've been thinking about is kind of how these episodes are going. I feel a little bit like I've kind of lost my way in this series a little bit. So I've always tried to kind of share tips and tricks during this kind of Blocks Plays Build It playthrough series. But I think one of the things I could do better is probably separate those. Oh, there we go. Oh, a 19,000 simoleons task. I've never seen one at 19,000. Okay, well that's a that's a great example actually. Let's see if we can, or we could actually do it. We'll use the two 18,000s, but you'll see my point here. So we literally just go ahead, we start the 19,000 simoleons task, we head straight on over to our global trade HQ, we go bump, bump, and we go back, and we're done. What? 1,425 plumber points in literally no time at all. Oh, we can probably do that in Neo simoleons. Unless I've already collected them. Ah, forgot. Yeah, I turn the iPad on before I start recording, and I try and get rid of lots of the floating stuff because I get less screen lag on this old device. Oh well, never mind. I guess I'll do that over the course of the next couple of days. And I've also been working on my Omega Zone. So on the live stream, we did a little bit of reorganising of the sort of financial district I'm trying to sort of construct here with, you know, high-rise residential buildings as if they're kind of like office buildings. We've put in some some sort of amenities here. We got the soccer field, the skate park, we got the jogging path down here. I put in another skyscraper kind of here, this Ivory Towers, and I need to fix all the services provision and stuff like that at some point, but we'll do that later. We chucked a big square building down here, Sawyer Tower, with a helipad on top as well, but I think I'm going to tweak this a little bit. I don't like the fact that these two next to each other are basically the same building, slightly different colour palette obviously, turned around. I think there's a bit too uniformity, so maybe we'll put one of those down here and bring the big sort of square building up this way, because I think I need something to sort of break the entrance up from the main highway into the city over into the financial zone. And then out this way, I've been working on the Omega Zone, so I've got a couple of buildings upgraded actually. We've got this one now to, which was in the corner, got that up to a tier 6, and I've got another tier 6 here as well. So I'm going to do a couple of those, and then what we'll do is sort of blend from the height of the skyscrapers here down through some large Omega buildings over to small ones, and then we'll kind of reformat and rework this area so it looks a bit more I guess kind of interesting, but a bit more kind of blended, so we're not going straight from like really tall skyscrapers down to like tier 2, tier 3 Omega buildings. I want to have some kind of transition from really tall to smaller, and I want to do that in such a way that it feels a bit more kind of blended. And then in the background, we're probably going to put the communication tower and something else we can find with sort of blues and greys and greens and things like that along the mountainside. So I think that would look hopefully quite good. But getting back to my point about the city and another device, I kind of feel like I've lost my way a little bit in this series because I've been trying to use this city as both a place to play the game and a place to give you tips and tricks. So I've been setting up this Omega Zones video for ages and haven't had time to record it, and it's kind of sitting here in my city just in the way, so I can't sort of play with this space as I normally would do. I was going to build gambling stuff in this kind of area and have a little sort of casino strip and show you a build like that, but because I've kind of created this space, I can't do that stuff, and then I can't sort of play the game either. So what I'm thinking about, and I think I've worked out a way to do it now, is we're going to repurpose my old iPad mini that I used to play the game on way back when, and we're going to try and turn that into a device maybe where I do show you how to put together a feeder city again, sort of update that video. And launch disasters. I was looking for a repair residential zones one, but there isn't one. Not to worry. Okay. And use that device as kind of a feeder city, and then something to do kind of tips and tricks and talk about like the new player experience and what it's like for new people starting the game out now, kind of from the beginning. So if that's the kind of thing you'd be interested in seeing, do let me know in the comments, or if you've got something else that you particularly want a tip or trick on, or another way you think I could manage this series and separate the tips and tricks, then let me know that as well, because it would be really super useful, because I do feel like I'm struggling a little bit over the last probably couple of months. I had that sort of break where I couldn't record because we were moving house, We did some building on live streams with sort of like a nice little industrial area here, and then this sort of more modern looking industrial area here was sort of inspiring things, but I haven't had a chance to make videos out of those. And then we did the start of a sort of a gambling headquarters HQ retro style gambling strip, and then it was going to lead into the new style gambling strip with all the neon lighting and stuff like that. But yeah, because I haven't had the space, I haven't done it, so it's sort of a double-edged sword, I suppose, and I need to get on top of it. And I think probably another device is going to be the way to do it, and I could probably do that on the iPad mini to begin with, but then long term I'm going to have to get a new iPad, so that's going to be an expense in the future at some point. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. I'm not exactly sure exactly what to do either, so you can probably tell I'm a little bit waffly about it, but we'll get there. Hopefully, we'll get there. Right, let's clear a little bit of space out, and then I think probably what we'll do is cut the episode about there. I want to see if we can upgrade one of these Omega Zones. I think there's one here I've got that's almost ready to go. I think it needed a couple of corn, and I made some of the corn yesterday. Oh, it's going to be right at the end, isn't it? Let's go typical. Yeah, there it is. Right, we need 4 corn. I've got that ready, so let's sell something that isn't a burger or those Omega items, and let's make 4 space, and we'll... Oh no, I collected the minerals! Oh, nightmare. It's not working, it's not working. Right, okay, let's get to this 3 paint. We don't need that. Throw away those, and we'll get rid of those 2 chairs as well. Sell those, and then let's go grab the corn I've got made. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I thought we needed 4. Did I not count right? Oh no! We've only got 5. Oh, disaster, disaster. We need seeds. Well, I'll have to make another one and finish this off camera now. Did I not have one? I thought I had one ready to go. I thought that was it. It must have been it. I must have just done it wrong. Yeah, I counted wrong. Oh dear. Never mind. Okay, well I guess we'll wrap it up there then. I'm going to push on with trying to get into Metropolis League this week. So fingers crossed we can make it. And if you're interested in the screenshot, I actually tweeted it on Twitter, I think on Monday as the contest was ending. I grabbed a screenshot, but I don't know how to kind of put it in the video and overlay it with my voice tools still talking. So I'll stick it at the end so you can enjoy my pain of literally coming within touching distance of 20th place to get to Metropolis. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today, Mares. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Good luck in the contest of Mares. Hopefully you'll get all the casinos you want if you haven't already got them. And I will see you next time. Take care.